making predictions about 2035. I'm first going to make some worldwide predictions kind of related to worldwide events or to random shit that it's kind of outside of my scope, outside of what I can do, and then some personal predictions that I guess are kind of related to how I think my life is going to evolve in these 10 years or something like this. I don't know, just a couple dumb predictions. The first prediction and the one that inspired this video was me thinking about ChatGPT, and this is the prediction that I've called ChatGPT Box. So the way ChatGPT works right now is that you have this text box and you ask it whatever, right? This is how it looks by default. But here in the left, you have this kind of sidebar with your whole history. And my point was that you won't need that alternative whatever, right? You will just have your box, and the box will know everything or whatever, right? This was kind of my interpretation of how this was going to evolve. I was wondering, okay, how will it look in 10 years? And my prediction is it will be the box, right? Maybe there will be other uses and you will be able to have access to other boxes, but you will have your box that you kind of trust for having a lot of your information and all this. And for example, it will be able to do it, right? So if you write notes, you will be able to be like, okay, remember that note I wrote about my girlfriend some time ago, that journal entry, right? Can you help me get over her? Or that kind of thing. Or can you, or fuck, I'm pretty sure that I wrote about, I don't know, that I asked you about how to make fried rice and that recipe turned out excellent. Do you remember what it was? And it will be like, okay, here it is, right? That kind of thing. Microsoft also has this kind of recall thing that is going to implement, and this is like integrated in the OS. But I think it works in a similar way, right? It's like you ask Microsoft, hey, remember that Excel document I had opened? Blah, 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 right? So I think it will, like, this is the direction where it's going, and in 10 years, like, people, I will be able to use it. This is kind of my prediction, right? That I will be able to have some text box that I can ask these kind of things. The second prediction is that there will be more Chinese stuff in the US and to an extent worldwide, because worldwide, for example, Chinese phones are not rare. I'm using a Xiaomi phone right now, right? And it's a common phone here. But I think in the US, it will become more common to use kind of Chinese phones, right? So people using a Xiaomi Pro phone or maybe I don't know, one of those foldable Chinese phones like an Honor foldable phone or something like this, those will become more common. And that Apple will lose a little bit of market share, I would say. Or also Chinese cars, right? This is already happening in Europe. There are a lot of Chinese electric cars that are coming, and Europe has put taxes into them or something like this, but like additional taxes. And I think that will kind of get erased and resolved, right? So I think that you will be able to walk down the street and see like some Chinese cars, and you will be like used to them, and you will be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to the dealership to buy an Xpeng car, right? I don't know, in the same way that Hyundai in the 90s was crazy, and now you see Hyundais everywhere. The same will happen with Chinese cars. This is kind of my take. Unless this is kind of the opposite scenario, but I think it's rarer, like some kind of Russia type deal. If the Russia Ukraine situation repeats itself in Taiwan, right? If Taiwan and China get in like actual war and that kind of shit, I could see that not happening if that is the scenario. But this is kind of a probability that I hold kind of less. I don't think it will happen. I don't know. Maybe it's naive of me to think that, but that is kind of what I think. My third prediction is that Lizzo or like someone overweight will not be overweight anymore and will go through like some radical shit. Like someone who was overweight and also like famous for being overweight, right? For example, Lizzo is famous for that, right? One of the reasons she was famous was because of her body positivity or whatever, right? And she will lose a lot of weight and media will cover that, right? And she will be like elegant and all this, or this kind of slender figure or whatever the fuck, and people will be like, whoa, right? This is kind of something that I think will happen in like 10 years or something like this. It kind of already has happened with Rebel Wilson and obviously Adele, right? And I think this history will repeat itself. In Spain, we have Ibai, who is also kind of famous for being like, pretty kind of overweight, and he's doing his own like physical journey right now, and he's posting it on TikTok or whatever. So I think this is more obvious that it will happen. But yeah, that's what I think will happen. My fourth prediction is that the internet / YouTube will still be big. I don't know. It's not some kind of crazy prediction, but I think, I don't know, there's some talk about Web3, the metaverse, that kind of shit. And I think at this point I can already tell that, I don't know, it's kind of snake oil, or if not snake oil, I don't know, it's sauce. So I think that the shit will run on web technologies. Like fucking TikTok is a web page, basically, right? YouTube is a web page. Facebook is a web page. Instagram is a web page. Like, those websites will kind of still be going. Maybe a new one will appear, like TikTok has appeared. I don't know. But the websites will go on. And YouTube will still be. This is kind of my bet. I'm making this video on YouTube for a reason, you could say, right? I think it will be going. Mr. Beast kind of gives me kind of confidence on YouTube for some reason, right? I think he will have like 500 million subscribers or some crazy shit like this, right? And he will keep making videos that get like 1 billion views every time, and like every Mr. Beast video will get 1 billion views or some shit like that for some reason, right? And that maybe they will be like 1 hour and a half long videos, kind of documentary type shit, but with blowing up. I don't know. It will be crazy probably, right? I don't know how Mr. Beast is going to keep up, but I have a feeling that he kind of will sense the right way to keep up, right? Maybe he will release a podcast and the podcast will get like 500 million views per episode. I don't know. But yeah, I trust the website youtube.com, and in some reason, like Google, I trust that Google will do the right thing for YouTube, even though Google kills a lot of shit. But for example, I don't trust Twitter. I wouldn't put my money on it, but yeah, I will keep using it, and I still use it every day. But for example, I'm not sure if I will keep using Twitter every day in 11 years. I'm pretty sure I will keep watching shit on YouTube regularly in 11 years, right? But I'm not sure about Twitter. But I'm sure there will be some kind of website that replaces Twitter, or like maybe YouTube will have comment section that I like more. I don't know, threads.com from Instagram, whatever. I don't know. Then I had a tweet that I made about like MIT open courseware and these kind of online courses, and this was kind of my prediction, right? 20 years ago, when MIT OCW started becoming a thing, we thought EdTech would change everything. 20 years later, has anything really changed? And my take on that was that we are still early. So like in 10 years, I say 20, but I could see it in 10 years, it being like the stepping stones to that showing up. Or like already this kind of big effect that I talk later happening. So I said 20 years of MIT OCW have probably had some mid effects. Most people don't give a shit, but perhaps some decent tail effects. Some MFs who couldn't have gotten tech jobs from them. So this is the present, right? 20 years of MIT OCW have had mid effects because like most people don't take this kind of free courses and don't take advantage of this kind of free material from the best university in the world in technical shit, right? But some people have, and have gotten probably like tech jobs and that kind of shit, right? And I also think that these initiatives were the ones that paved the kind of this rising edtech and this kind of rising course ecosystem that you see online, right? And I think if you ask many people, they will probably be like, okay, yes, I have bought an online course, right? Not everyone or not most people, but a lot of people. And I think in 10 to 20 years, right, the mid effect will increase, right? So most people, like you, if you ask some random guy on the street, they will be like, oh yeah, I took this online course from this influencer I liked about whatever the fuck, right? About nutrition or about how to read better, whatever, right? And they will be like kind of satisfied or whatever, right? Oh yeah, it was all right. I took the course and it was all right. And there will be some tail end examples that are huge, right? So some Indian billionaire will be from some fucking rural area in India, and they will be like in their speech to their investors or something, they will be like, thank you to MIT Open Courseware, because thanks to this I am able to whatever, and they will donate like $100 million to the MIT or something, some shit like that, right? I think there will be like an event like that, or some kind of big tail effect that arises from OCW, for example, from MIT OCW, or from some online course of like this, like Coursera, edX, these kind of things. Okay, now onto the personal ones. My first prediction is that I won't live in my parents' house anymore unless I'm kind of, for some reason, in 11 years, 37 years old, for some reason, I am temporarily moving in back, but only temporarily for sure. This is my prediction. Please. The second prediction is that I will have between 70,000 to 150,000 net worth. Right now, I have 20,000. I put 20,000 with an annual additional contribution of like 4,000 annual with an 8 rate of return. I think my current rate of return of my index funds is like, 6.9, 7, 8%, 7, I think it's like 7% or something like this. So I put 8, I don't know, 100,000. If I contribute 2,000, I get, it was 70k. So that's why the lower bar is 70k, because maybe I will only be able to contribute like 2,000 per year or something like that, which is a lot, which is not a lot. It's like 100, it's like $200 per month. But I don't know. I can see the 10 years that are coming like that, being grim like that. But there is also like a bigger, so maybe I am able to contribute a little bit more, I'm a little bit more affluent or something, I get a better job. I could see that as well. So I put 150 as like a, I don't know, this is what I expect, right? I could also see that I'm a millionaire for some reason, but I don't know, I'm not very confident about that. But I could see it, right? And I'm manifesting every day for it happening. Then the third is that my YouTube channel won't be huge, right? So unlike Mr. Beast, that on his, this is my video for 5 years later or something. He made a video and 5 years later he had like 40 million subscribers and he was wishing for 1 million. I don't think this will happen. I think in this channel, I will have like 2,000 subscribers or something like Visa's channel, right? Visa's channel, he's just talking and he has like 5,000 subscribers, right? So it's not a lot, but it's something. Product of being online a lot of times and like making videos every once in a while, right? So I will keep making videos every once in a while. I will be consistent in that sense. So in that sense, I won't have like a huge amount of views, but I will probably have some views. Yeah, from just being online, posting shit online like this, posting the kind of random reflections, that dude done over a lot of years gets you a sizable audience, but not billions of people, right? But I do think that I will have like another channel that gets bigger and that has captured like an actual niche. I will fucking, some of my ideas list or whatever, I will fucking turn that into a channel for real and be able to work on that a little bit. I think that will happen. Inshallah, right? And yeah, these are kind of my public predictions for 2025. I will make a private video that is just more or less just for me to think like more personally about what is going to happen for me personally in my life, blah, blah, blah. In 2035, a message for me in 10 years, I will probably record this after stream or, I don't know, at night or something like this. But, and I may even upload it to YouTube so that it gets published in 10 years. I don't know, maybe I will do something like that. Or maybe I will do both, a very private one and one that is supposed to like pop up uploaded in 10 years. Like this Mr. Beast video, right? This Mr. Beast video was set up to go public in 5 years. I will make one in 10. He has a video in 10 that is going to be uploaded in 10 years. So 10 years would be like October 2025. So next year, right? So yeah, maybe I will do one in 5 years or something like this, right? Maybe I will do that exercise as well. But that will be an exercise that I record privately, even if it's going to be uploaded publicly, and then I will also make a video that is going to probably be just private. But yeah, goodbye. Thank you for watching this video, and I don't have anything to recommend next. Sorry.